Yo, what's up, guys? We are back with another episode of the Smith Bros, and this is our first, I think, or one of our first live stream episodes. We're gonna try and go live streaming from now on. I think we did with Bryson Gray, maybe. Was that live?
We did.
Okay,
we did.
but
No,
anyways,
that was just us. But
anyways, so we if you're conservative, you just heard some crazy. You had a crazy attack. Was it yesterday, last night from Biden? He went crazy, attacking us, calling us a threat.
I think you got off the script. And
You got off the
saying
script,
stuff.
and it was kind of embarrassing. But we are bringing on Dr. Mark Sherwood as we do every week to discuss it. We're going to play a clip, but before we play the clip, we're going to bring Dr. Sherwood in here now. Hey,
happy. Welcome to the live stream, guys. Good.
Hey, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing well. It's good to see you guys as always. Next time I'm on, I need to get a hat that I can flip backwards and have it so I can feel like I belong, man. Seriously.
I know we're always wearing hats
every episode,
even though we just got a haircut.
I feel like some people probably think we're bald. You know,
I know.
Like, we're always wearing hats.
Yo, so did you see that the clip or watch the speech? Because I didn't even watch the speech. I just saw a clip of Biden saying some crazy stuff. I could play it, but I want to hear your thoughts on it before we do.
Yeah, I actually did. I had when it came out, I had probably a dozen people reach out and say, "Did you see this? Can you comment on it?" And I kind of sit there and watched a little bit of it because I wanted to know what I was looking at. And I didn't want to just react. So I thought, okay, what am I supposed to say? What am I supposed to do? So my take on that is going to be a little bit different. And here it is. And I think it's going to be a good take that people can really understand.
Okay.
To put my take in context, there's something called tyranny when the people fear the government, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Tyrannical leaders want people to fear them. We all agree with that.
Great.
Yeah.
That's how they bring control. They sort of bring you in control by domination of the concept of fear.
Yeah.
On the other hand, freedom is when those tyrannical leaders, in this case, the government, fears the people. And of course, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
What I know about tyrannical leaders and people that have actually, allowed themselves to be used by the devil, evil purposes, is they will communicate what's really in their heart. They can't hide it. They're not that smart.
Right.
When he was talking about you'll need an F-15 to take over our government and all this stuff.
Yo, that was crazy.
He is communicating in the purest, honest, clear form, fear. He is communicating to all the conservatives out there that he is getting concerned that your voice is getting heard. So, in other words, don't pay too much attention to him. Continue to elevate your voice loudly and do what you're doing, and you're going to watch evil implode. Evil always implodes in the presence of good news, and darkness always implodes and runs away in the presence of light. So just make sure that you continue to shine bright, man.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right, we're going to play this clip for you guys real quick. You're going to see Biden be stupid. So here we go.
And here, in my view, is what is true. MAGA Republicans do not respect the Constitution. They do not believe in the rule of law. They do not recognize the will of the people. They refuse to accept the results of a free election. And they're working right now, as I speak, in state after state, to give power to decide elections in America to partisans and cronies, empowering election deniers to undermine democracy itself. MAGA forces are determined.
Let's talk about how he gave us a whole, we're a group, MAGA forces. MAGA forces. It's not even like the opposing side Republicans, it's MAGA.
Take this country backwards to an America where there is no right to choose. No right.
That's insane because we didn't have a right to choose the jab. They were trying to enforce that on us, but now we don't have a right to choose.
To privacy. No right to contraception. No right to marry who you love.
What are you talking about?
They promote authoritarian leaders and they fan the flames of political violence that are a threat to our personal rights, to the pursuit of justice, to the rule of law, to the very soul of this country.
I'm convinced he just likes to hear himself talk.
Yeah. Couple things there, guys, that we should understand is, and I'm going to lovingly, kindly, gently, but forcefully pick apart his argument by debate purposes. Number one, we need to go backwards in time.
Yes, sir.
There is no such thing as a democracy. That's not what we have. We have a constitutional republic.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's controlled by the people. In other words, the government works for the people. There is a rule of authority, and you guys will get this with your background. The proper role of authority is this: God, man, society, government. God, man, society, government. It's not the other way around. If you go back and look at our founding fathers and the hearts of the founders, looking at some of their writings called the Federalist Papers, you will clearly understand that a government that is controlled by, ran by, and for the people is a government that's truly a government that actually is honoring to the people. That's the spirit of our Constitution, which is really a God-honoring doctrine, because in order to have that kind of a government, a constitutional republic, as Ben Franklin said, you have to have a moral compass, the moral compass coming from God himself. Now, even though all the founders might not have been, overt, charismatic Christian believers,
right?
It's irrelevant. They did have a reverent awe, understanding, and recognition of a God who created them. What these people are trying to do, they're trying to twist the words. And this is where we have to be extremely savvy, wise, and discerning. Satan knows the Bible better than most Christians know the Bible, because Satan was a created being from the creator of the universe before mankind was created. So he was there at the beginning of the creation of the world. We need to understand that. That's important. So we need to know what we're talking about. And a lot of times people don't apply themselves to study. And what my wife and I have continued to do on, broadcast after broadcast is talk about things such as the Constitution, such as what is, really what the Word of God says, biblical principles, etc., and understand that. True constitutional republic gives people their free choice. That was the idea. You could go worship Satan if you want to. You can. Now, you deal with the consequences, man, but that's your choice.
Most people won't be about it.
Yeah, he is completely off base there, and he's trying to manipulate the word, just like the devil, the serpent, did in Genesis chapter 3. And it's like unwitting people who can get emotionally involved in stuff without running it through the filter, as I call it, a God filter.
Yeah,
we will get ourselves off course. And this is what they're trying to do. And people need to be aware of this. They're trying to incite conservatives to let their guard down, fail to be above reproach, and get involved in violent behavior, thinking erroneously that's their duty. We should peacefully protest. But let's go back to Martin Luther King, and let's use that as an example. Remember when he assembled all those people in D.C. and gave that wonderful, awesome, amazing, best speech of all time, "I have a dream"?
Yes, sir.
That was amazing. I mean, that was it. That guy epitomized what peaceful protest, freedom of speech is about. He did a great job.
Exactly.
We killed him for it, just like we did Jesus.
Yep.
The point being, that's the way you do it. What you don't do is you don't show up like that, start swinging things, breaking things, cursing people. No, you really need to understand it. So I'm hoping people don't go that direction. I mean, I know it aggravates the nonsense out of me.
Oh yeah.
But we just can't allow ourselves to become emotionally invested in a tyrannical wannabe that's a puppet on a string and not even in his right mind.
Yeah.
I don't want to have my life controlled by him.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And also, people I've seen the other side say, "Oh, like Donald Trump came against Democrats all the time. He was always attacked. He never attacked the people. He always attacked the establishment. He never came at the American people.
Yep.
He always came at the politicians, the ones in power, the agenda being pushed, the narrative being pushed by the institutions, and he never ever came at the American people.
Yeah.
If anything, he seemed like he would say they're misguided, or if I had him in a room with me for a few minutes, I could convince him. I guarantee it. Like, he was confident, but he never would sit there and take a whole demographic of the country and say, "You're a
75
threat.
million
You're a
people.
threat to our democracy. You're a threat to us." Like, he would never have said anything like that.
Yeah.
Ever.
It's such manipulation. He's saying stuff like you won't be able to marry who you want to marry, but Trump doesn't care about that.
That's another
He's
thing.
literally like supports the LGBT whatever community, and he's like, you can do what you want. Like, it's your freedom to do what you want. It's such manipulation. But I have a question. Do you have you watched Star Wars?
I do.
Okay, so there was this really funny clip that the Daily Wire put out, and it's literally that speech. But just take a look at this. Take a look.
I haven't even seen this. This is
It's
From the Maga Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
Palpatine.
It's dangerous. It's against the rule of law.
What's happened?
The Chancellor's been elaborating on a plot by the Jedi to overthrow the Senate.
And now,
Oh my
America
God.
must choose to move forward or to move backwards. To build a future or obsess about the past. To be a nation of hope and unity and optimism. Or a nation of fear, division, and of darkness.
No, that is so good.
Excellent.
it's just like
This is how liberty dies.
Oh, dang.
Wow.
Close.
Oh,
my
Whoa. Whoa, that last part hit too deep for me.
cut.
So this is how liberty dies, with a loud applause. That's
Yeah, it's
literally what's
fascinating, guys,
happening
you
right
know.
now. That's what's
Yeah,
happening right now.
It is, and what's happening. There's a difference between freedoms or what we can do, and permissions. And if you the transition between freedoms or the ability to do what you want to permissions, what is permissible would be equivalent to privileges. And so, we need to understand from a constitutional standpoint, and I'll tell you what he said a little bit, is that the rule of law says that the Constitution is the supreme law of the land, meaning that anything that is legislated, mandated, or made that is contrary to that is strictly by rule of law, supreme law of the land, is unconstitutional.
Yep.
So let's think about what all we've done in the past. We've made all these goofy laws that deal with Second Amendment. Those are contrary to the supreme law of the land. Therefore, they are not constitutional. And the Constitution is clear in the 10th Amendment, which says that the people and the states retain the powers unless those powers are explicitly described and given over to the government. Now, the government has 18 powers, Congress does. Article 1, Section 8, not 1,800,000 like we would all think they believe. The president has less power than the Congress does. That's why he can't go out and negotiate a treaty arbitrarily, independently, without having 2/3 of the Senate vote and approve that. So all this talk these people are doing, it actually goes against the supreme law of the land.
Amazing how that works.
Yeah, it's opposite. So isn't that how evil and good works? It's the opposite. And our liberty is the ability to do what we're doing right now, to talk about ideas and concepts. And even if we didn't agree on it, that's liberty. That's
Exactly. That should be allowed.
I love that,
Honestly, it's crazy. Everything you just said was so good. Quick, everybody, since this is a live stream, smash the like button because likes will get this video out to more people. Also, Captain Merca sent $20. He said, "But bet they stage a terror attack and blame the Maga Republicans to justify what comes next." I mean, that's what they do.
I mean, it's happened before.
Shoot, they're still talking about it too. They're still talking about it. They
goodness.
all, man, you're so right. They're just it's diverting division and confusion and like saying the opposite of what you mean and doing the opposite of what you say is them to a T. It's sad. And what she said at the end of this, I mean, I know it's from a movie, but it fit so perfectly.
Yes.
Yeah.
When she said, "So this is how liberty dies," with
thunderous
thunderous applause, because that's what we're doing in our country. We're over here allowing drag shows to be held around children. We're letting children touch these people and dance with these people. We're allowing all this perversion and debauchery, just allowing it to and making it seem as though it's a good thing.
Yeah.
And everyone's applauding it. It's an amazing. This country is championing it, and it's like no.
It's even more deep when you think about like how Palpatine rose to power. You know,
yes, he was a mole.
Pure manipulation and deception, making people think he's this good, loving guy that cares about the people, and that's always everything that the left, everything they try to push is always through the guise of we're helping people and we love you, and it's like, who cares if you want to be a cat? You know, it's just what you want to be.
Furries. Like, give him his litter box.
Right, give him a litter box. It is what it is. And then, as you see, and what happened here, the Republic lost. He took everything, and that's what we're doing right now. It's absolutely insane.
That's what happens.
The more we lower our bar of expectation, like low. I mean, you guys know this. If you're competing in an athletic event, life's like a big athletic event. You don't go out there to lose. You go out there to win.
Yeah.
And we started doing this years and years ago with this idea of participation trophies. You know, we started lowering the bar of excellence. And so it's okay, here's Isaac and Titus. You guys can go out and play, boys. Now, if you don't win, it's okay. In other words, let me just paraphrase this. If you get your butts kicked and your game handed to you, you're supposed to enjoy that. We are proud of you. We want you to go out there and give 80%. Don't give 100, for God's sake. Don't do that.
What's the incentive to do that?
Participate. Right. You're awesome. And so excellence has been lowered to an expectation of about a D level. I mean, and you guys know this, my wife and I, you guys know us as friends. I'm using this as just an example, not about us, but just to prove the point. You know, just because we live the way we live, you know, and our lifestyle is the way we choose, man.
Yeah.
And it's a healthy lifestyle. Most people would say, well, yes, that's healthy. But we get looked at as like weirdos or radicals or freaks. And I'm like, why is that bad?
Right.
That's what the society is right now. We are like looking at things that were once acceptable are now intolerable.
Yeah.
Some of the things that were once intolerable are not only acceptable, they're encouraged. And that's really when it's a Sodom and Gomorrah situation, isn't it?
Honestly,
giving ourselves over to our perverted minds and frankly, the leaders. And I'm with that. What you just said earlier on, President Trump. You know, the establishment is a horrible thing. I was in the gubernatorial race in Oklahoma, and I know you guys, Mom was too, with Ralph up there in your home state. But the bottom line is, there is not a Republican and Democratic party. It's called a uniparty. And they do not want outsiders in there because it cramps their elitist, money-loving, power-hungry, influence-honoring system. And they don't want you in there. But we, the people, man, keep pushing back. And you're going to hear them verbalizing their little idle threats. My word to them is real unprofessionally like this. Blah, blah, blah. I don't give a rip what you say. Bring it on. There's still 80 million Americans out here that probably have, 250 million guns, and you're not going to take them. So just forget it. Let your fear talk all you want, but one day your day's coming.
Sometimes you just got to be like Greta Thunberg. No more blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I know, right?
No more blah, 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 blah.
She just started saying blah, blah, blah. Like,
I was like, man, they picked a good one with her.
She's a gem.
No more blah, 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 blah. And she's 18. She's an adult now, so there's no excuse.
That's funny.
People use her sounds for like TikTok or for like podcast sounds. Like whenever someone says something offensive or how dare you? Like they like she's a meme. She's a meme. Oh man, it's. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll cry because of what's going on right now.
Yeah.
The parallels to, and I said this not only with Star Wars is a great comparison, but also with like the movies. I feel like there's this thing where they say that they show us in television before they do it in reality.
They do,
and so in Civil War. No, not Civil War. In Winter Soldier, which is a Captain America movie, there's Hydra and there's S.H.I.E.L.D. Hydra was supposedly dead. or it finally ended in the 1940s with Captain America. But in the Winter Soldier movie, Hydra was actually infiltrating Shield throughout that whole time, and nobody knew about it. And it's just like, and they're evil, they're corrupt, and they had all these measures they made. They had this machine I haven't seen in a while, so I'm kind of like thinking of it as I go. There's this machine that would kind of like it would assume what a person was going to be or what they were going to be like, and take them out, like taking full control of every situation. And I'm like, this is so evil, and this is like and like they do it in movies, so it's like, oh, it's a movie, you're crazy, that would never actually happen. But that's what's happening. They're doing it. Maybe not that exact thing, but it's very, very scary, close parallel to reality.
Yeah, the mind is capable of anything, and what you're going to see in these movies, and you're seeing this even right out now in the narrative of the World Economic Forum. You know, some of these people like Klaus Schwab, Yuval Noah Harari, they're talking about and even Elon Musk talking about the idea to infiltrate the mind and create these this technological and humanity bonding, which is like a cyborg kind of idea where they're going to be able to know your thoughts better than your thoughts. Really, it's all about control, isn't it? This is coming. And, you know, I've heard people say, well, it's the mark of the beast and all this stuff. Okay, great. But here's the overriding theme. We are supposed to pick a side. That's the ultimate deal. You're going to choose this day who you're going to serve.
Exactly.
As for me and my house, we're going to serve the Lord. I'm not going to worry about it.
Yes,
and
sir.
So we really need to honestly, be aware of all this stuff going on, pay attention to it, but not allowing that to consume us, to take us away from the purpose that we are. And if we'll do that, we will be very wise, discerning, and very effective in our missions here on earth.
Yes. Yes, sir. Man, preach it. Hold on, we got a super chat from Shotgun Fringe. Thank you for the $10. My thoughts on last night is that they are getting ready to arrest and go after the Maga Republican candidates that won their primaries, so the Democrats in those states running can win. I mean, shoot. They keep trying to vilify. I mean, there's this. I mean, we were always confused on why they're attacking Trump. Why they keep bringing up Trump? Mm-hmm. Why is Trump on their minds? He's not in office right now. Why is everyone freaking out? But it's like these are preventative measures for 2024. Like that, all these things happening, all this always focusing on him, this raiding his house, this MAGA Republicans are the problem with our country, calling us a threat, vilifying us. This is all just so that when it gets to 2024, he's so vilified. I mean, as if you can vilify him more than he's already been. But so where you like he's not even an option. Because I've seen Republicans say, like, I love Trump and I everything he did was amazing, but I think we just need someone who's not gonna. And they're already trying to go the other direction. They're already trying to pick somebody. Let's just go to DeSantis. DeSantis is great, and he would be a great option, I'm sure. But it's just like everyone's trying so hard to go away from Trump that even Republicans, people on our side, are like, yeah, I love Trump, but. And it's like, uh-oh.
They also understand how much power he has. Because if you get a Trump endorsement running,
you win. You
win your primary at least.
You're close to it.
Or you're right, exactly. So like they're trying to just make everyone just think about how bad he is, so that even when they if someone gets the Trump endorsement, it's like, oh, we can't vote for them, right? Because Trump supports them and we don't support Trump. It's absolutely ridiculous what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
I can speak to that from my own experience there. I think, and I know people personally that have had good influence in Donald Trump's life. And look, he's just a man. God used him, and God has used him. And look, we got to pray for that dude, man. I mean, we got to really encourage him, because if we think for a moment and that he is our savior, we are doing him a massive disservice and dishonor.
Yes.
We can't do that. And even to think that and this is a big, bold statement that's true. Let's say he is, in there for 4 more years beginning in 2024. It's 4 years.
Yeah, that's it.
That's all. Folks, I mean, so I feel like commercial. That's all, folks.
That was exactly what I thought.
The bottom line is our fight. God used him to bring about some information to attack the establishment that said, by gosh, You're not impenetrable, guys. And it woke up something across America. And this is true. You know, the MAGA, Make America Great Again movement is the tip, only the tip of the iceberg, because you cannot make America great again until under the iceberg you make your own backyard great again. So our freedom, America did not give people freedom. People gave America freedom.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's got to get back to all about the people, and we have got to continue to galvanize the grassroots, support the best candidates within local and state races, regardless of a Trump endorsement.
Yes,
The best people need to be put in there. And look, let's face it too. The temptation for money, fame, love, power, influence, it's out there for all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody can fall into that. And so we need to pray against that in our own lives and pray against that in our leaders' lives, because the love of money is indeed the root of this evil. Yep.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, I don't want to divert too much, but I have a question, and it was brought up in the comments. Have you heard about what's happening in Mississippi with the water or whatever?
Yeah, Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, people aren't able to drink water. I just think that's it's just kind of insane to me when you think about there's actually a place in America where people can't drink water, and all the solution, all that you've heard is don't drink water. That's all they say is don't drink the water. Meanwhile, we're sending millions and billions of dollars to foreign countries, helping them out in any way we can. But it's why can't we spend money to help an actual crisis in America right now?
Because LGBTQ plus for Ukraine.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, no kidding, right?
Because LGBTQ plus for Ukraine. Isaac, come on.
Yeah, it's just mind-boggling to me. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, to me, when I heard that, I was like, well, that's easy. Let's just get the National Guard in immediately, bring in a bunch of water, and call it good, right? Let's serve the people. But for whatever reason, and I don't understand it at all. Maybe I will one day. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I don't understand talking about a problem more than solving the problem. Stop this nonsense.
Thank you.
If the water's bad, fix it, for Pete's sake.
Yes.
I mean, why are these organizations? And to your point, I mean, I don't know why we're sending money to Ukraine, to give them arms to fight for their freedom, while we trying to take arms away from people here that are trying to fight for their freedom. I mean, we have opened the borders.
How does that make
a bunch of nonsense? And I'm kind of sick of it. And when I saw that, they were interviewing, Coach Sanders down at Jackson State, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, that's cool, man. Why don't you donate some money and buy some water like yesterday? And maybe he did, maybe he didn't. But
yesterday,
these problems we have the answers, we have the resources, we have the heart. Now let's put our words to action. I'm tired of hearing good sermons. I want to see one.
Somebody preach. No, honestly,
that's all I'm saying.
I mean, the first thing you said about words are irrelevant. Action. I mean, I went to a men's summit this weekend. I told you about it, and in Montana, climbed a mountain. We did a bunch of crazy stuff. Can't give all the details because they told me not to. But it was such an amazing thing, and they were talking. And there was a lot of team building things we had to figure out how to get stuff done. And everyone was sitting there yapping, and the guys that are in charge are ex-military. They're like, just do it. They're like, stop doing that. Stop wasting time. Get it done, or else you're all going to do 20 burpees. We're like, oh shoot. So it kind of taught you to just be a person of action. Men are supposed to be people of action, get things done, problem solvers, not just sitting here diddly daddling, which is literally politics. American politics is just, let's talk about it. Let's complain about it. Let's yell about it, and then do nothing.
That's every celebrity ever.
And then they make millions of dollars making a movie that's irrelevant to what I'm getting mad, yelling and screaming and preaching.
You're right.
Yeah.
This whole idea of talking like this, I mean, that's why, having broadcasts like this to spur people to action out there is super important. I've told people this, and this is, they think, well, how can this be something that's so significant? But it is. I mean, even today, those are listening right now. Just do this one thing. Take this one action right now. One. At the conclusion of this broadcast, Call somebody, text somebody, email somebody, and do it to 2 people. I'm going to challenge you to do it to 2, and tell them how much you love and appreciate them and expect nothing in return. Just do that. Just do it. And I'm telling you, that starts a chain of environmental change. Instead of talking about the negative, let's do something that's going to inspire people, you know?
Exactly. Someone said in the comments, this guy in Crisis Alone said, "Get it done" is hate speech to the left.
That's it, man.
Oh man, that's a funny. That's crazy. So funny. Hate speech. Get it done. That's
really good.
Full of hate. That needs to be a shirt. That needs to be a shirt.
That's hilarious.
Get it done is hate speech to the left. That is so good. Flint, Michigan still needs water. Is that actually true? Does Flint still need water?
That's been
that lead in their water. That was years ago when that first.
Yeah,
they still need that.
The bottled water. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's insane. Well, shoot. Anyways, I this Biden, man. I don't even know what to say or think. I heard about that. I went to sleep. I was like, Isaac, look at this tweet I got.
Yeah, I said, huh?
I was like, Isaac, look at this tweet I got. I mean, let me see if the tweet's even up still. I think, what did he say? Oh yeah, it's just basically what he. Here, let me go to it. It was on Instagram. Donald Trump and MAGA Republicans are a threat to the very soul of this country. It's insane. Like I said, it still blows my mind because Trump never said anything like that. People are like, I saw some tweet earlier. It was like, MAGAs say F Joe Biden, and then also offended because Biden came back at them for that. And it's like, first of all, even if we did, even if we did call, we do say that, we say F Joe Biden. That doesn't make a president. That doesn't give him jurisdiction to just start hating on his constituents. like you don't get to just start attacking your people because they're displeased with you for valid reasoning. Like,
right? But
you're gonna sit there like that's crazy. You called us a threat. A threat. It's wild.
Yeah, when I see those words like that, I'm grieved. I tell you, because one of the things that we needed to learn a long time ago in politics, our country, and we drifted off somewhere along the line, but is to learn to fight fair, learn to fight with what we have, and realize that the beauty of our constitutional republic is being able to have dialogue with someone that completely disagrees with you.
Yeah.
Knowing that the bottom line is we're all Americans. And like for me, I had this happen so many times. You know, I'm a guy that I support God's word, above all. I think God's law is higher than man's law, and I just run my life like that. So I as a minister, I'm not marrying 2 dudes. I'm not marrying 2 girls.
Of course,
I'm not going to do it. But however, if they came to my church, they are absolutely welcome on the front row. I want them there, you see, not because I'm supporting what they do, but because they are in an opportunity to hear something of a message. And it's not my job to convince anybody of anything. I'm not a heart changer. God's job is to do that. So we need to begin to kind of get that back again. And this rhetoric that we're having is sad. Having said that, when people don't have the wisdom of God or some discernment there, they've got the discernment of a doorknob, which is what we're dealing with. They're going to resort to just saying stupid stuff like that.
Exactly.
And it really is. It's an immature thing to say, and it's not, it's not what leaders do.
Exactly.
Bottom line.
Not at all.
Bottom line. That's Dr. Sherwood right there. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming on for another live stream. Dr. Sherwood, can you tell everyone where they can find you? I know Sherwood.tv, you've been telling them all the time, but tell them a little bit about what you're doing and then give them any last words that you would want to convey to the audience.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys having me as always. My wife, Dr. Michelle, and I, we are not just functional medics and doctors. We actually deal with people physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, governmentally, and we really educate you on those things so that you can be free. Too many people today are too dependent upon big government, big food, big pharma. Those are bondages. Those are prisons. And if you want to get out of those prisons and learn how to be self-sufficient, take care of yourself, get off unnecessary uses of medication, get off and free from food addictions and things like that, we want you to have an optimal, full, abundant life. And that's what we do. We treat people all around the country in all those areas, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and we get people well. And so just really honored to serve people, because remember, you cannot fight the good fight if you're dead. Just FYI. And remember this, if you get out there and you say, okay, I'm in this fight, I'm going to fight for my country, the biggest distractions you can have are this: sickness, disease, death, and lack. So stop the nonsense, get locked into these principles we're talking about, connect with us, and we'll help you so that you can also become, what I like to say is, be a hope dealer.
Ooh. Hey, be a hope dealer.
Hope dealer.
You can go to Sherwood.tv for all of that amazing things. Promo code SmithBros.
Promo code SmithBros.
Promo code SmithBros. Sherwood.tv, guys. You need to go there. It's amazing.
Get your life right.
Get
y'all.
your life right. Like you said, you can't do nothing if you're dead. So don't die. All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Sherwood, for coming on, and we will see you next week.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me, man.
All right.
Someone earlier called us some hat fishes. And I'm like, yo, you can literally see my hair.
Some hat fish? What does that mean?
Like, it means like you don't look good without a hat.
Y'all seen us
you
without
only look good with a hat.
Y'all capping. You seen us without hats. Stop.
Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm not bald, y'all. We're not bald. We got hair.
Exactly.
You can see my hair.
Also, everyone smash the like button. If you haven't smashed it yet, smash it,
man.
because we need y'all to get this video out to more people. Also, before we do go, be sure to go to SmithBrosPodcast.com and to subscribe to our mind-blowing, truth-bomb-filled newsletters. Hit this link right here. Fill it out. We need y'all. We need y'all. In case anything ever happens with YouTube or anything else, we need you guys to be subscribed to our website so that we'll be there for eternity. You won't ever have to worry about that. Yeah. Also, if you haven't yet, go to our Rumble account, Smith Bros. It is in the link in the description below. The website and the Rumble are both down below. So be sure to go to the Rumble. Blow that Rumble.
You know how YouTube is.
Blow that Rumble up.
Blow it up.
Blow it up.
Y'all know how YouTube is, with the censorship. So go to that Rumble, man.
Yeah, honestly, I think they're censoring us right now because our views have not been with it. And here's the thing: it's not about views. It's about influencing people for the better and teaching them truth. But our net was a lot wider, and I feel like it's been shrinking. And so I don't know if it's YouTube. I don't know what's going on, but I need you guys to, share our stuff to other people. Go to our website. Go to Rumble. Make sure you support us on everything. If you can support the channel through any way whatsoever, we have all the ways to do that down in the description.
Crazy.
And thank you, $10 from In Christ Alone. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you want to financially help us, all that's down below. We have merch. Go to the merch as well. So yeah, we love you guys, and we got to go, but we will see you soon. And love you guys. Peace.